Alright, so at this point you gotta watch the fun video about yo-yos, see all sorts of different movements and different forces in motion and in action. So we have a push when we push the yo-yo down. You have a pull when you pull the yo-yo back up. When the yo-yo walks on the ground, it's rubbing against the ground, creating friction, which slows it down. So you have to pull it back up and have it re-spin in order to create the constant motion. You see him doing all sorts of tricks that follow patterns like we discussed earlier, going around in circles, going in figure eights or infinity loops. It shows almost all the patterns of motion that we talked about earlier. So now I want to talk about, again, push or pull. So how do we know when something's been pushed? It moves away from the push. How do we know when something's been pulled? Well, it moves towards the pull. So if the force is strong enough to push, the object will move away. If the force is strong enough to pull, the object will move towards you. How does this provide evidence for patterns of motion? So what's the pattern there? When I push something, it moves away. When I pull something, it moves towards me. That's a pattern. So if I push something, it's impossible for that item to come back towards me. If I pull on something, it's impossible for that item to move away from me. So these are consistent patterns that we can count on every day in physics that show us how objects should